Welcome, everyone. Today, we're embarking on a detailed journey through Numbers chapters 4 through 7, focusing on Parashat Naso, which means take the sum. We'll also explore the Haftarah from Judges 13. This study invites us to walk in the path of righteousness, where peace is promised, as Proverbs reminds us. Let's dive into these rich texts and uncover their deep spiritual significance together. Parashat Naso stands out as the longest Torah portion, with 176 verses. Its name means lift up or take a census, reflecting its focus on organizing the wilderness camp and the tabernacle service. The themes here are profound: order, holiness, separation to God, purity, atonement, generous worship, and divine blessing. Ultimately, it prepares Israel to journey with the tabernacle at the center of their community and worship. In Numbers chapter 4, we see the Levites counted by clans, specifically those aged 30 to 50, to serve in the tabernacle. Each clan has distinct duties. The Gershonites handle curtains and coverings, the Merarites manage structural elements like frames and pillars, and the Kohathites care for the most holy furnishings under strict priestly supervision. This careful organization aims to ensure reverent and orderly service, preventing profanation and even death. Numbers chapter 5 addresses purity and restitution within the camp. Those who are unclean due to leprosy, bodily discharges, or contact with corpses must be removed to maintain holiness. Confession and full restitution, including an additional fifth, are required alongside a trespass offering. The soda ritual is particularly striking. It deals with suspected adultery through the bitter water test, which reveals guilt or innocence. This process protects marital faithfulness and upholds covenant integrity. The Nazirite vow, described in Numbers 6, is a voluntary consecration open to any man or woman. Those who take it abstain from all grape products, including wine and strong drink. Their uncut hair serves as a visible sign of their separation, and they avoid contact with dead bodies. When the vow concludes, specific offerings are made, and the hair is shaved. This vow highlights a dedicated period of holiness and separation to God. The Aaronic blessing, found in Numbers 6, is a profound prayer invoking God's protection and favor. It asks the Lord to bless and keep His people, to make His face shine upon them, and to be gracious. It also speaks of lifting His countenance to give peace. This blessing is not only a prayer, but a declaration that God's name will be invoked on Israel, and in response, He will bless them. It's a beautiful expression of divine care and presence. Numbers chapter 7 records the offerings brought by the 12 tribal leaders, each bringing identical lavish gifts over 12 days. These include silver vessels, golden incense dishes, and animals for burnt, sin, grain, and peace offerings. This uniformity emphasizes unity and generosity. The chapter concludes with Moses hearing God's voice from above the mercy seat, between the cherubim, underscoring God's presence and approval of these offerings. The Haftorah from Judges 13 tells the story of Samson's birth. An angel announces his coming to Manoah's barren wife, instructing that Samson be a lifelong Nazirite from the womb. His mother is told to abstain from wine, strong drink, and unclean things during pregnancy, and that no razor should touch his head. Samson is destined to begin delivering Israel from the Philistines. The angel's ascent in the flame of the offering confirms God's blessing on this mission. Looking through a Messianic lens, Samson represents an imperfect deliverer, empowered by the Spirit but inconsistent. In contrast, Yeshua is the perfectly consecrated Holy One who accomplishes complete victory over sin and oppression. The Aaronic blessing finds its ultimate fulfillment in Messiah's radiant glory. The tribal offerings prefigure the church as a living temple with diverse gifts. Together, these themes reveal God's pattern of holiness, presence, and deliverance, culminating in Yeshua. To conclude, this study calls us to live consecrated, pure, and generous lives centered on God's presence. We are encouraged to trust in Yeshua, who perfectly fulfills the Torah's ideals. Finally, we are invited to walk in the blessing, order, and power of the Holy Spirit. This journey through Numbers and Judges reminds us that holiness and divine blessing go hand in hand with faithful obedience and trust. That brings us to the end of this presentation. I hope this exploration of Parashat Naso and its connections has deepened your understanding and inspired reflection on living in the path of righteousness where peace is found. Thank you for joining me on this journey.